Let me uh let me be very clear about this. These drones that everybody's seeing in the sky is coming from a foreign government. And that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I'm underneath the weather, so I wasn't even really trying to go too crazy on them. I got this little mic out here too. Let me know if y'all hear me loud and clear, because this I'm trying to test this mic out as well. But let's be clear about the situation. These drones are from a foreign government. It's either from China. I think it's specifically from China, but there's a good chance that it could also be from Russia. And let me tell you why nothing's being done about it. Shout out to everybody that just joined the chat. Big shout out to everybody in the building. Let me tell you exactly why I feel like these are coming from China. And more importantly, why we're not doing anything about it. Okay? So you got to think to yourself, if America hits these drones and they're coming from a foreign government, that can be considered as an act of war. And the reason why I think they're even doing this is because a lot of us don't know this, but America does a lot of things abroad. A lot of things, America does a lot of things abroad. Let me give you an example. I remember when we had the elections going on back when Trump was running the first time. Russia hacked into the elections, documented facts. I'm not saying they caused who won, but they acted in trying to mess up a country's sovereign election, a sovereign government's election. I remember saying to myself, yo, why aren't we doing anything about this? Like, why the hell aren't we doing anything about this? Until I found out that we do the same thing abroad. We go abroad and we mess with the other people's elections. We mess with Russia's elections. We mess with China's election. Like, China doesn't really have elections, but like we do things abroad to other places. And I wouldn't be surprised if we fly drones above China. And I bet you this is a response to what we've done. That's why they got to be tight-lipped about it. That's the only reason, and I truly believe that in my heart of hearts. America does the same thing to China, and China is flying these drones as a tit for tat move. And the reason why the reason why we're not shooting these drones down, the reason why we're not trying to take major action is because when we fly our drones over China, they don't take down our drones. So for them not to take down our drones, and for us to take down their drones, it would be considered an act of WW3. That's truly plus a lot of people don't know this. This has been going on for years. That's what a lot of people I just found that out. The drone situation has been going on for years. For at least minimum 2 to 3 years. These drones have been flying around this country and around the same time, right before Christmas. Right before Christmas, there's reports. I just seen the thing. Reports are saying right now these things are coming from overseas. They see it like people like that's in the water, like people like boats and stuff. Like they're looking at like, oh wait, these things are coming from overseas. Now I figured if it was China, it'd probably be coming from the other side of the country, the western part of the country. But I don't know. Maybe they got a base in Africa, and like I don't know what it is. But you gotta think to yourself, bro. Think about this, right? Recently in Boston, they just arrested two people for flying drones near Boston Logan Airport. They arrested them with the quickness within a half hour. Within a half hour, they arrested 2 people for flying a drone near the airport. These drones are being flown over government bases. Government bases. These things, and that's another thing too. You got to think about something else. If this was really our government, no, not our government. Let's start off here first. Some people think this is a commercial company. And I almost did too at first. This might be Uber testing out new things to fly, maybe a new delivery system, a new taxi, flying taxis. But you got to think to yourself, would they really be testing something above the citizens? Would they really be? You got to ask yourself, if this was a commercial company trying to, test out a new product, would they truly test it above the citizens? No. There's too much of a liability. First of all, you're in the testing phases. You know what I mean? Because we've never seen these type of drones before. So these are brand new. So you're in the testing phases. So I don't think it would be smart for them to do that, because then they would be liable if one of these things crash. You understand? So that's number one. Number two, they're not going to fly over military bases. Straight up and down. They're not doing that. Big shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm going to shout y'all out in a second, but I really got to get this off my chest because it's really important to me. And I really want to test this microphone out too. I want to see if it's working. Let me know if I'm loud and clear. But the point is this. These drones cannot be shot down. Otherwise, they're going to shoot back. All right? Let me repeat that for those of y'all that's in the back of the room. These drones cannot be shot down because they will shoot back. You understand? These ain't UFOs. And although I did see a video of one of these drones kind of trailing an orb or something like that, I don't think that's what's going on. I'm positive that this isn't going on. And Trump recently came out talking about, the federal government needs to be transparent with us. Nigga, ain't you in the mix? Can't Trump just make a phone call to Joe Biden? Hey, Joey B's, what's going on here, buddy? You know what I mean? But instead, he comes out and is like, yo, listen, man, they need to do something. We need to know what this is. I'm almost positive that Trump has an idea of what this is. And that scares me a little bit too. And I'm going to tell you why. We all know that Trump can be a blabbermouth, right? Trump can be a blabbermouth. So I feel like if Trump is being if he knows anything and he's still being incognito about it, I think it's a serious threat. Because we know Trump doesn't hold any punches. You know what I mean? And I refuse to believe that he has no idea about what's going on here. I got to make sure I hold it. Oh, what's that noise? I refuse to believe drones are man controlled. They are So they are man. Yes, they are man drones. And I've seen some videos with those drones around orbs. But I promise you, that's not what it is. I don't think we're sending drones out to investigate orbs. First of all, and shout out to you. First of all, we never know when these UFO orbs be popping out anywhere. You know what I mean? These things are totally random for the most part. So I don't really see people getting into drones and going to the orbs. And plus, they don't even last out there long enough anyway for people to go investigate. I think there might be some people maybe trying to capitalize on the situation. Because I seen a video with like an orb being shot down or a drone being shot down by an orb. And I don't know, bro. That's just a little bit salacious, you know what I mean? A little bit out there for me, but I'm not saying it's not real. But I promise you, what's all this noise coming from my phone? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for joining the live, man. I'm going to shout y'all out, but I really got to get this off my chest. I promise you, as big and bad as America is with its citizens, it would never allow any of us to do anything like this. Like I told you, in Boston, they arrested 2 guys within a half hour. So you mean to tell me that they can fly drones near an airport and get arrested in a half hour, but people can come back year after year after year and fly over military bases and all we can do is watch? I'm telling you, bro, America takes its drones and we go to China and we fly it over there as an act of aggression or as an act of boasting. And China is now doing the same thing. That's the only thing that would ever make sense. Like if you're using two pieces, some people think that they're investigating nuclear, like maybe there's like a radioactive material, and these things may be out there to pick up radioactive signals. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see that being the case because, to be honest with you, they'd be out there 24/7. To be honest with you, if there was like a bomb loose, I think the government would warn us. You know what I mean? Because think about it, if it were to explode, we would turn around and be like, yo, you couldn't warn us? Like you couldn't tell us or whatever? Like, I think even if you're trying to stop a panic, because some people might be like, yo, nah, bro, they wouldn't tell us that because, I've recorded. Hold on, let me get back to this comment. I'm going to read this in a second, Mona. I'm going to read your comment in a second, Mona. But let me tell you. Oh, damn, I lost my train of thought anyway. Okay, what does it say? Not this time. I've recorded them for 2 years in New Jersey. See? 2 years. 2 years. This has been going on. It's been documented 2 years at least around the same time. Around the same time, right before Christmas, right on schedule. Right on schedule. So you got to tell yourself this, man. As tough as America is on its citizens, do you really think America would allow, like, think about me. I'm coming on here TikTok saying, yo, this is China. Do you think America would allow a citizen from America to make America look this weak? Think about it, bro. Hold on. Let me know if I'm too loud too, because I'm using this new mic and I just want to test it out. You got to ask yourself this question. Do you seriously believe America would let an American citizen make this country look so weak? I'm literally on TikTok in firm conviction that this is China. Do you think America would allow people to think that? No. They would, because they look weak. They would make an example out of whoever's doing whatever they doing. Straight up and down. So that's why I believe straight up that not only this is a foreign government, this is like a little bullying tactic. This is like a little, yeah, man, yo, yeah, we got what you got too. You want to make a move? Because we right here. That's what I think this is. You understand? And I don't know how Trump will respond. But if I'm going to be honest with you, if this is what I think it is, what I've been describing this entire life, I don't want them to shoot it down. You know what I mean? I want us to stop doing whatever's provoking them, because I know this country well enough to know that there is something we did, because we wouldn't be this cool about it. Do you think Cuba can send drones over here and do that? Let me actually be honest with yourself. Do you think a different type of country that wouldn't necessarily be as much of a force as a force like China? Not to say I don't think China could beat us, but China would give us a run for our money. Do you really think that, like, America would let Africa send drones to over here and just float around? Like, no way. No way. America has shown time and time again that we like to pick our battles. North Korea has been a perfect example. Iraq versus Saudi Arabia, perfect example. You know what I mean? So America loves to pick its battles. You know what I mean? And so I truly believe in my heart of hearts that not only would America not allow itself to look so weak in the public, it would also disintegrate whatever's out there. If it was from, if it meant that would be the only thing, that would be the only issue. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, we shoot these drones out the sky. They know better. They ain't gonna try it. But with China, they could turn around and be like, oh, wait, y'all shot our drones out the sky? So it's time for action, because when y'all was putting drones in our skies, we didn't do anything about it. Straight up and down. Let me see if I can find that comment from Mona, because I told her that I was going to get back to it. Mona, if you're still in the building, man, tell me what you put what you did, because I'm scrolling too far up now. Mona, if you're still in the building, let me know what you think about the situation, because I felt like you left a comment that was on point, and I want to make sure I read it. Anybody who got anything to say, man, let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm telling you right now, if Trump gets into office and this exact scenario is happening, I do not want him to shoot down the drones, period. I want him to set a new precedent in what we do overseas, to where if we do shoot out a drone, we could all say, yeah, they had it coming, because America would never step out of bounds and do anything like this overseas otherwise. Don't forget about that balloon from China. Remember, wasn't that last year? There was a balloon? Like, there was a bunch of balloons being flown over the country? Wasn't it over the same, like, military bases and all of that? I think they did shoot that. I think they did shoot those down. But I'm telling you right now, hold on. I'm telling you right now, big shout out to everybody in the building, man. You know I appreciate y'all's viewership and pulling up on the kid. Yes, but this is Mona. Okay, Mona's back in the building, y'all. Mona says yes, but this is 1,000% different. Talk to me, Mona, because I mean, I think it is different, because these are manned aircraft and the balloons were, like, unmanned. But I think this is I think this is right on line with with acts of aggression, but, like, kind of like, yo, listen, we're gonna do something that's borderline to see what you do. You know what I mean? And America isn't doing anything about it. Nah, I caught a being on my Ring camera. Oh, so you think this is UFOs? I don't know. Mona, you know I appreciate you pulling up on a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not. And you probably, I believe you. Send me the footage, but I don't think this is UFOs because we've seen UFOs. Like we've seen the orbs. Like they literally move like this. Like look, like, oh, I can't even like zoom, zoom. Like I don't. These drones, like you can see the rotors, you can see flashing lights. I don't know. Now, if you're one of those people who thinks, hey, listen, these drones are out here trying to investigate the orbs, I don't know about that either. Only because these orbs are so random and so fast. Like you need a minimum of a fighter jet. You feel me, Mona? But listen, Mona, you might be onto something. I'm not gonna hold you. Hey yo, big shout out to everybody in the building. Sentient life force. Kind thinks that this is a sentient life force. Maybe. But I'm telling you, bruh. It's the life in there is a human being. It's a human being that speaks Mandarin. I'm telling you right now, bro. So I don't know where this is going, but I read a lot of books about this. Like, there's a lot of back and forth between governments that we never see, and particularly in America, because our government does such a great job of keeping these things away from us. See, America really built itself as an example back in the day, at least. Now we're a little bit different, but America loves to put on a facade of we are the example, holier than thou, we do the best, civil rights, like all of that stuff. So if it were to come out that America's out here hacking into elections, paying gangs to overthrow governments, actually, we've seen in Iraq, offing citizens. That's what my Eric Snowden. Wait, is it Eric Snowden? Something Snowden is hiding out in Russia because he exposed the fact that America likes to off completely innocent civilians in the Middle East. That's why he's over there, because of the facade that he shook up. So if it were to come out like, yeah, man, America isn't what it's like, we out here flying drones too, the image kind of shakes it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the people are already losing faith in this country, damn near, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It's just like after, it really started with the Patriot Act. I know that's some old head shit right there, because a lot of you young bucks on TikTok don't know about how that started, but I watched it in front of my very eyes. Right after 9/11, I seen this country head in a totally different direction, and it was away from freedom. After 9/11, we pivoted in the opposite direction of freedom, which is funny because during 9/11, everybody was talking about how America is such a great country because of our freedom. But it was 9/11 itself that made us less free today. And that's a fact. And then pull up, I'll debate anybody. Hold on, let me see. Niggas is in the building? I'll debate anybody. Hold on. Drones are searching for a dirty bomb that was snuck in. So we've heard that Joe, big shout out to Joe. Joe says drones are searching for a dirty bomb that has been snuck in. And here's my theory about that, Joe. Number one, and you might be right, you know what I mean? Shout out to Joe. But number one, if there really was that type of a bomb here, one, I think those drones would be up there 24/7 looking for it. Two, I feel like we would have known, because you got to imagine if that thing blows up and then people are looking at the government like, damn, bro, you knew you couldn't tell people to evacuate or be cautious or whatever. I think the risk because America has told us about threat levels all the time. That's another thing that goes back to 9/11. You know what I mean? Like I remember the color coded threat level system. I think America would let us know. Like, yo, there might be a bomb over here, or America's searching for something. We would know that they're searching for something. Straight up, bro. Because then after that, it'd be kind of like blood on their hands if they don't say anything. You ask yourself this, right? If 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 you are in a movie theater, right, and you see somebody in the parking lot walking towards a movie theater with the AR, I don't even know if I can say certain things on TikTok, with something that can unalive everybody in that movie theater, right? Aren't you going to say, oh shit, like, let me see if I could warn as much people, or yell, hey, sorry, I'm sick, sorry. Like, well, let me see if I can yell, hey, somebody's coming with it, you know what I mean? Yo, run! Like, or would you think to yourself, oh man, I don't want to cause a panic in this movie theater. Something that drastic? We're not talking about y'all pit bulls, a loose dog is snuck into the movie theater, or a drunk, or somebody who's loud. But we're talking about somebody with a device that can air out every single person in that movie theater. Wouldn't you be like, oh my God, everybody run? He has a, you know what I mean? That's what this situation would just be like it to. So, Joe, although you might be right, Pimpin, I'm not taking anything away from Joe. Joe believes what he believes. But I can't. I don't think there's a dirty bomb. Because, bro, if there's a dirty bomb, bro, they'd be up there 24/7 trying to look for it. We'd see people on the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know, Joe, but you might be onto something, Pimpin. I'm not going to hold you. Hold on, Joe's back. But we are talking about a handful of states. They won't tell millions of people. Yeah, but Joe, I think they would tell. Nah, Joe, I think they would tell. This is how they would say it. They'd be like, yo, reports indicate that something may have come in on the eastern seaboard. We don't know what it is. They'd be vague as possible, but they would tell us something. Somebody just stopped and looked at my car. They would tell us something, Joe. Joe, I think they would tell us something. Yo, Joe, you know what? Pull up, homie. Pull up. If you in the building, you want to chop it up before I get out of here, I want to know what you're thinking, Joe. We can have a friendly discussion about this. I want to know what you're thinking. Because, and if whatever, you busy, you busy. It's all good. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know, Joe. Hold on, let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yo, big shout out, but I'm telling you, a handful of states. Yeah. They won't tell millions of people, but yeah, nah, Joe. I think they would warn us. I think they would warn us. I think they would tell the entire country that they're only worried about the eastern seaboard. Straight up and down, Joe. Big shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all's engagement. Mona's back. Mona's back, y'all. But it started in Sussex County, New Jersey, on the countryside. They only brought it to the public because what, Mona? Mona, I heard this has been going on for at least 2 years. Minimum, maybe 3. And it always happens around the same time, right on schedule, right before Christmas, Mona. So, I don't know. And the only reason why we're noticing it now is because of the amounts. But these have been documented for the past 2 years. You know what I mean? And didn't that balloon thing happen 2 years ago? Oh man, this is crazy. Yo, big shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody. Yo, follow my channel, man. Yes, I have videos 2 years worth. Oh, okay. So Mona's on it. Mona's on it. She got videos 2 years worth. Yo, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am worried only if we do something, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, you know what a Cold War is? Like, a Cold War is like, it's almost like, it's like tension. You know what I mean? It's like beef. A hot war, bombs are flying. Give me the tension. Give me the beef. Keep the bombs to yourself. You feel me? So I want to know how Trump is going to handle this. I want to know what he thinks about this. Is he going to be the type to scramble fighter jets? Because according to him, he doesn't know what's going on. You know what I mean? He's telling the people like he can't make a phone call. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, if Trump is in office and he decides to shoot down one of them drones, I think there's going to be a response. I think there's going to be a response, man. Hey, yo, big shout out to everybody that's following the channel. Thank you. Joe's back, y'all. Joe says, I hope it's not true. But if it's not the government, would they shoot it down? Something's going on. But if it's not the government, would they shoot it down? You know, it's funny because I've heard some people say, oh, it is the government. No. It gotta be. No. Oh, yeah. It's not a foreign entity because if it was, the government would shoot it down. And I actually believe the exact opposite is true. I think because it is a foreign entity, the government won't shoot it down to avoid causing or provoking an all-out battle. If it was a U.S. citizen, somebody from this country, a business, a company, an individual who did something like this, they're taking it out in a heartbeat. We just saw it happen in Boston. We just saw it happen in Boston Logan Airport. You feel me? But Joe, I hope it's not true either. But that's truly what I believe, Joe. I think they're not shooting down a manned drone from China. I think they shot down the balloon because they knew it was unmanned. They shot down the balloon because they knew it was unmanned. A manned drone means I don't think I can say the D word. TikTok is so lame sometimes. It's a manned drone means unaliving if you take it down. You understand? So it's going down, man. I'm not going to hold you. Cindy's in the building. Cindy says the government is not telling you the drones are looking for a nuclear. See, Cindy, we just spoke about that. You must have just pulled in, Cindy. Cindy, I don't know about that theory, Cindy. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think that they would tell us. I think we'd see 24/7 drone in the air. I think that they would at least give us, they wouldn't fully blown out tell us, but they would give us an idea that they're looking for something, Cindy. But you might be onto something. I don't want to take anything from what you're saying, take anything away from what you're saying. He's not the president yet. Yes, revelations. Revelation says Trump isn't the president yet, because I'm over here worried about how Trump would move. And he's not the president yet, but he's in the know. Let's be clear. Trump, although he came in as an insider, he's in the know now. You understand? Trump is actually he is the know. He's running the show. Trump is the show. You understand? When he gets into office, Trump is the show. So he knows. He knows. At the bare minimum, he has an idea. At the bare minimum, he has an idea. Shout out to Revelations who pulled up on me. Thank you. Sydney's back. Nuclear bombs were placed. Oh, man, Cindy, don't scare me. Hold on a second. I got to blow my nose, y'all. 1 second. Cindy. Cindy says nuclear bombs were placed. Ah, man, I don't know, Cindy. Let's hope. Let's pray that that's not true, Cindy. Let's pray that that's not true. Mona says, no, they can't. It's going down, man. Big shout out to everybody in the building. Hold on, Mona's back. They don't have the technology or equipment to do so. Hold on, let me see what she's talking about. They don't have the equipment or technology. They definitely have the technology to determine where the drones are landing from, because these are all radio waves, radio frequencies. And if you turn on a certain lens, you can see, like you literally see a line, like you'll physically, like, Wi-Fi, internet, like these are all things that are flowing around us, but we don't see them because they're not within the spectrum that our eyes can see. But if you have certain devices, they can be. They can show you certain things. That's why we get to see space and certain rays, like there's certain light that you could filter out and that you could allow in, and it shows you a whole new different idea of what space is. And so the same thing applies for radio waves and things like that. They could easily like put a blimp in the sky, or not even from the sky, a satellite, anything, and just kind of be like, okay, well, there's a straight line coming from this remote to this drone. Let's go there. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's that simple, bro. We got the technology for sure. We definitely have the technology to figure out where these drones are coming from. We know where they're coming from. People in the water between America and Africa have seen them go across. But now here's the thing about technology that's a little thing. And this is a thought. This is something that I heard. Think about this. If these drones are coming from overseas, think about are these solar powered drones? Are these battery powered? What type of energy source are they using to fly, go back, and do all this other stuff? Like, what are they doing exactly? Do we have this technology? You know what I mean? Think about it. Mona's back. Mona said, oh, no. Okay. Cindy says they're looking for nuclear bombs. Good source. Oof, Cindy's on it. Cindy's on it. Nah, it's been going on before it hit the media. Yep. 2 years before it hit the media. 2 years before it hit the media. Joe says 100. Big shout out to Joe. Yeah, listen, man, I appreciate you guys' follow, man. Thank you guys so much. They don't like him. Yeah, they don't like him, but they got to deal with him. Donald Trump. They don't like him, but they got to deal with him. You know what I mean? So they're going to, they don't like him, meaning you don't think they told him? Oh, maybe you're on something, Mona. Mona, if you're saying, yo, they don't like him, so Trump might really not know what's going on, maybe. That one, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. You might be doing Air DoorDash. Yo, listen, that was my first thing. Ernest Wolf says Air DoorDash. At first, I thought this was a company. Testing out a new line of DoorDash things. Everybody's about to be going on strike. Y'all better start forming unions now, because the robots are going to take over. But not over a military base. Who said that? Ernest, not over a military base, homie. Ernest Wolf says Air DoorDash, but not you think soldiers you think the drones are going to go over there and deliver pizza to the soldiers? I don't know. Big shout out to Ernest who pulled up on the kid. Thank you. Cindy's back. The government doesn't want us to know because it will cause a panic. Nah, Cindy, all right, let me talk to you, because me and Joe actually had a discussion about this. And I don't mind bringing it up again. So here's my thing, Cindy, right? I truly believe that if we weigh out the options, right? and this is the example I gave. Like, if you in a movie theater, I'll make it quick. If you in a movie theater, you see somebody with a whole AR-15 walking towards the movie theater. You can't really leave. You're about to run to the back door. Aren't you gonna go, hey yo, run! Somebody with a gun is coming! You're gonna yell. You're gonna try and warn as many people as possible. But if you see something light and petty, you might tell the manager. You know what I mean? If you see something light, you might be like, hey, listen, there's a dog out there. I think it's coming. Or like, there's a fight going on outside. You know what I mean? So I think because you got to think to yourself, if something happens and you didn't say anything, bro, that blood damn near is on your hands. Not really, but it's like, I know in America, we would look at the government like, yo, are you serious? Like, you didn't say y'all were looking for something, warn us, anything? I don't know. I heard that this morning. Coy says he heard that this morning, y'all. Coy said, oh, Coy followed me. Yo, thank you, Coy. Hey, yo, big shout out to everybody that's following me. Continue to follow, man. I might do lives every day. They don't have the technology to go against the orbs. Yeah, no way. Yeah, they don't have the technology to go. That's another thing too. Like, I don't think they're investigating the aliens because they're not built like those orbs, bro. Them orbs be going in the water. They be shifting dimensions. Like, at least that's what it looked like they be doing. Where is Biden then? But exactly. Good question, W Sox. Where is Biden? People talk about, oh, the federal government knows what's going on. Nigga, you talking about Biden. You talking about Joey B's. Joe Biden knows exactly what's going on. So that's a good question, W Sox. You're asking, you're adding somebody. Oh, W Sox, you sound like Fox News. Oh, okay, y'all getting into it. Okay. I love the discussion, man. Y'all chop it up, man. Do your thug dizzle, man. But yeah, W Sox, we will see him bring the country to a recession. Well, listen, if he pops out one of these drones, we may see him bring the country into a WW3 situation. Garcia won. Big shout out to you for pulling up. But I believe that if I don't know about the recession part, but if he taps on those drones, we got a problem. Oh snap! I got another follow. Big shout out to Aha, just followed me. Thank you. W Sox and Garcia's going at it, y'all. Why don't it happen in the first term? Oh, okay. Y'all talking about politics. We're going to get to the politics in a bit. But yeah, man, listen. Oh, wow. It's getting dark out here. But listen, that's how I feel about the situation. You know what I mean? It's a foreign government, bro. I appreciate the discussions. Yo, y'all, I appreciate everybody just followed me. Oh, wow. Il just followed me. Ton just followed me. Shout out to everybody that just followed me, man. Thank you. Oh, Joe's back. Not if someone's brought in across the border. Not if someone brought it in across the border. Not if someone brought it in across the border. I don't know. Maybe I must have. Oh, Joe just followed me. Yay, Joe just followed me. TikTok Tom, these drones could be nuclear. Nah. Not the drones themselves. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you might be on something, Tom. You might be on something. I'm not sure. But anyways, listen, I appreciate all of you guys that's in the building. Thank you guys for following me. The bomb. Hold on. Joe says, hold on. Not if someone brought it in across the border. Oh, the bomb. Not if somebody brought it in. Oof. I don't know. Somebody brought it in. Ooh, yeah, it could happen. I've always wondered about that too. Like, it'd be easy if somebody, you know what I mean? But I don't want to bring any fears going on, man. Democrats want to blame Democrats don't want to be blamed if a bomb across. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, y'all. Time for me to skirt up out of here. It's getting kind of dark. I just want to test out my microphone anyway. Oh, wow. Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. Thank you guys. Follow